title the story. My story. My story is
Long, long ago, nobody knows how long ago, in a far land there lived a king who has got 8 wives. Mr. Contester, fellow Toastmasters and friends, this is how my grandmom used to start the story, and then in the middle of the night, I used to fetch her and sleep. No ending. I don't know how it ended. I don't know what happened to wives. I don't know whether the king survived them. So next morning, I used to wake up and ask her, what about the end? What happened to the end? Tell me the end. And she used to say, no, I don't know. Who wants you to sleep? You only think about some ending. Then I used to improvise. Use all my acting skills and I used to enact the ending. Is this the ending? This is no. And is this the ending? No. What is the ending? No ending. Once again, that night, another story. In the middle of the night, falling asleep. No ending for that story. Day in, day out, every day the same story repeated. Stories, lots and lots of stories without any ending. And I was wondering, when my sleep will end. Then one day, she told me a story about a person called Nachiketa. Nachiketa. He goes and meets a Yamadharmaraja. Okay? And the moment he met him, I fall asleep. I didn't know what happened next. And in the middle of the night, somewhere in the early hours of the next day, I suddenly wake up. What happened next? And then I look at my grandma and I wake her up. She didn't wake up. I was trying, she didn't wake up. What happened to the story? I was asking her, moving her very badly, but she was not waking. I ran to my mom and dad who were sleeping in the next room and I said, Dad, she's not waking up and I don't know what this story is all about. Can you please wake her up? My dad and mom, suddenly realizing the gravity of the situation, they rushed to my grandmom's place. And I was standing at the door, I didn't go inside also. I was just looking at them, what's happening and all. And then suddenly I hear them crying, shouting, they come outside, make some calls. I was just trying to avoid them, standing in the corner, not knowing what's happening, or just probably alone. So, don't know what's happening. They were all rushing, neighbors came, after some time few relatives came, friends came. I was just standing in the corner, like a kid wondering what's happening. The story was playing in my mind. Don't know. And then after some time, they take care of my grandma. I don't know where they took her. They take her. I was just staying in the town. I was not even going near anyone of my relatives. I was just standing very far away, not understanding what's happening. After 1 hour, my dad returns, but without my grandma. I go to him and ask, what happened? He takes me, asks me, makes me sit, and says, our story ended. I said, but who will tell me the story every night? He just wipes his tears and says, our story ended. No, I don't want to end it. I don't want her story to end. How can it be? Who will tell me the stories? Since then, I never heard one more story in my life. Because I don't like stories to end. And when stories are about to end, it makes me sad. Real sad. Her story ended. I didn't want her story to end. But it ended. Today, I tell stories to people. But I don't tell my stories. Because I'm scared. When it comes to the ending, I feel scared. I don't want to end. Before they realize the story is about to end, I start a new story. I take them to another story. They don't even realize the story has changed. And I don't know how to end that new story only. And that's what kept repeating all my life. Engineering, a story. 4 years, ended. I didn't want to end. I go and I start a new story in dramatics. I join drama. That story is about to end. I go there, I join dancing. The story is going to end, I join something else. Every time the story is about to end, I start a new story. But I don't know how to end the story. Whenever my grandma told me a story, I slept. Today I tell stories to people to wake them up. Wake them up to the fact that we have something called life. something called wonderful life, where our stories may end, but our memories don't. I share my story with all of you now. That story, my story, became a part of your story. And when my story becomes a part of your story, even if I end today, my story still doesn't have an ending, because I don't know how to end the story. Life is all about sharing. All the great stories ever told in this world are still alive because they were shared with others. My life story, I share with you, so it is not going to end. Probably this little part of story is going to end now, but my story will go on forever and ever. I don't know how to end, and you don't know whether I have become part of your story. Together, we are now part of the story, and the story goes on forever.